Nothing could stop me. Nothing could stop me.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'm a on them.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Here we go. 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. First and goal from just inside the 5. Quick throw completed by Watson. Touchdown! David Njoku with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
12. 42.
Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
11. 11 mighty.
Burrow will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd and very short. Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
11, Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way in. The Cincinnati score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Watson off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
11 MP tape. 11 MP tape.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Mixon with a first down carry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Bengals at 7-5 now of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
11 Thomas.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. 12. On the delay, it's Mixon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
12, 11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Watson on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important for them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. The York on now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21. Bengals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats tells us after that initial contact was made, he was able to take it nearly 50 yards. The extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to let this one go deep.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Cooper will come in motion right. On 1st and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left.
Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander down.
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
11.
A draw play for Mixon, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big fighting guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Rolling to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I'm one. Ready?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
11, Thomas. 11. 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Chubb again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bengals are going to get the football back.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line.
Here we go.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
11. Stop.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 16, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
11.
Here's Burrow.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Twelve. 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
11 empty.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake because that one might be a little bit on the tense side the way that this one is turning out.
Uses the stiff arm.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
No time now.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DJ Reader there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the